Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to some more Super Jim'll Fix-Its.
If you want to play in a Mexican band, to ride a horse in the sea, or go sailing on land, you want to know your value in gold, or be famous when you're 10 years old. If you want to be a gondolier, or simply want to disappear, Jim'll fix it. He's gonna fix it. That's Jim'll fix it. He's gonna fix it. Oh, yeah. He's gonna fix it, fix it. Let him fix it. Let him fix it. He's gonna fix it. Jim'll fix it.
And a very good day, ladies and gentlemen. How are you this very day? Well, we hope you've been looking after yourselves all week. And here we go now with a letter from Bristol.
Dear Jim, my grandpa is 81 and he is always saying that some of the happiest days of his life were spent at school, and he is always asking if my teacher can possibly find room for him in my class. I am 11 years old and I go to Kingsfield Comprehensive School, where my grandpa went in 1921 as one of the school's first pupils. I would be very grateful if you could fix it for him to return to his old school for a day. Yours hopefully, Rachel Baber.
So, Grandpa Fred, after a holiday of 65 years, goes back to school.
The strange thing with education in those days is that you could go to any elementary school, it was near to you, irrespective of what authority controlled it, and as long as they take you, nobody worried. When it came to secondary education, that was controlled very strictly. It was about 3 miles from door to door, from my house to the school. For a long time we walked, and then I acquired a bicycle. And this took me very well, of course, until one morning going down Warmley Hill, I ran into a herd of pigs. And ticked me right over the top there, and I've got a little scar on my hand now today where the barbed wire got in my hand. 3 people only were going to be accepted out of about 100 accepted examiners. Only when the new school, of course, was mooted, we were all for it. We had this rammed into us how fortunate we were to be the first people to have secondary education in this part of the country.
Perhaps there's more to it than that. So, who was Einstein? Well, he was born just over...
In the construction school. It was built upon brick piers. The outside was wood, weatherboard, overlapped weatherboard, but it had a tiled roof and proper drainage.
At the age of 12, he set himself a problem. And he said, what I want to do is, I want to...
Headmaster had no secretary, there was no telephone, no electricity, no typewriter.
Well, that's not a bad aim in life, is it, when you're 12? You want to solve everything. You want to know all the laws of physics.
The staff, each one doubled up with 2 subjects. Chemistry took chemistry and botany and sports. The junior mistress took French and Latin, plus girls' games. The school uniform, as regards the boys, was a school blazer and a school cap. Now, the cap was important. You were not allowed out of school without wearing the cap.
Good morning. What we're going to do is an experiment which should be reasonably familiar to you. We're going to be heating up copper sulfate. So number 1 says, put on your safety specs.
Our chemistry master was a most remarkable man. If you wanted to buy a few chemicals for some nonsense you were up at home, that was all right. He'd see you with a bit of screw paper and that, and potassium chloride and so on. And he was very, very kind to me, and I used to be interested in those kind of things, of course. The lessons changed by the ringing of a handbell, which the prefect had to do. Yes, well now, Rachel, this tree was here a long time before the school was, and I would suggest it was at least 100 years old. And we had tutorials under it sometimes in the summertime, and if you could throw a ball over the tree, you were really somebody. And I knew 2 people who could do it. Well, the prefects were really deputizing for the school staff. There was never any question of somebody disobeying a detention order. The headmaster, in his wisdom, introduced a system of merit marks. And when that form had earned as many merit marks as there were people in the form, irrespective of who had earned them, you were given a half day to go to some venue of educational interest, you see. The picture you've got there of us standing around a gate, that was one of the outings, happy days. As regards to our particular form, I can't imagine any set of people that could have been thrown together quite haphazardly who could have got on as well as we did.
Thank you. You fixed it for your grump there, didn't you?
Yeah.
You sorted him out well. Fred, did you enjoy yourself on that?
Very much indeed. It was really an experience.
If, now that you've had a one-day look at a modern type of school, as against the one you went to, if you had to go back to school now, what subject would you choose to learn as a subject today?
Well, I would still be science-based as it always was.
Science?
Yes, always, yes.
Yes. Has it altered over the years?
Oh, yes, considerably. Of course, there weren't any computers and no little pocket calculators in those days.
No?
You know?
2 and 2 was 4 in the head.
That's right. And amongst those little boys you saw in the front there was Sir Bernard Lovell.
Sir Bernard Lovell?
Yes, he was there, and he's one of the little boys on the corner there.
Well, bless us and save us. Now then, let's see if I've educated my chair like this. Ta-da!
Baber, take 3 merit points.
3 merit points. Well, first of all, I think, seeing as you fixed it for your grump, I think you should put his Jim'll Fix It badge on for him. There we go.
That's kind of you, Rachel.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Joe.
Ta-da! Grandpa said back at school, you do the honours for herself, okay?
Not to do it. Well, these are posh ones,
Good.
aren't they?
Oh, aren't there something else? Good. We may see you again. We may not see you again. But whatever it is, please, be safe, look after yourselves. See you next time round for some more Super Jim'll Fix It's.
Your letter was only the start of it. One letter, and now you're a part of it. Now you've done it. Jim has fixed it for you. And you and you. There must be something that you always want to do. The one thing that you